Hi everyone, welcome to KLIC EET 2022. I'm Nurhazwani Mama Ali, the presenter, with Mustaza Mansur and Hazrul Izwan Sahiri as co-authors from the Fakulti of Economy and Management, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. The title of our article today is The Impact of Changes in Palm Cooking Oil Prices on the Production Input Cost and Input-Output Analysis of Sector in Malaysia. I will start with the introduction of the study. Crude palm oil, or CPO, is produced by a palm fruit processing factory and then sent to a refinery. Before being processed in a refinery into various products, this CPO is purified to produce RBD palm oil. It undergoes a separation process in a refinery to be used as oil for cooking. This separation process is to produce RBD stearin and RBD olein palm oil. This RBD olein palm oil or cooking oil will be bottled by the manufacturer or palm cooking oil packaging and repackers company for the process of packaging, branding, and marketing with various brands. The government subsidies palm cooking oil in a 1 kg poly bag at a price of RM2.50, while apart from the 1 kg poly bag, the price is sold openly according to the market. Before 2016, the government allocated a palm cooking oil subsidy of 85,000 tonnes per month. As a result of high leakages and smuggling, it was reduced to 60,000 tonnes, referring to 45,000 tonnes according to capacity of Malaysian. With the government subsidy, consumers can still buy 1 kg poly bag of palm cooking oil because palm cooking oil in bottles, cans and bulk is sold at market price. The government still provides a subsidized price of RM2.50 for a 1 kg poly bag, even though the capital price at the factory has reached RM5. However, for economic sectors such as restaurant, hotel, factories that produce products for export, factories that make food such as biscuit that use palm cooking oil, factory that use a lot of palm cooking oil in the production or export their product, factories in this industry have to buy at open market prices. This price increase has an impact on the production input cost of some major sectors. This is because palm cooking oil is also used in various industries, both food and non-food industry. This is Malaysian crude palm oil and RBD olein price trend. The table and figures show the price trend of CPO and RBD olein from the Malaysian Palm Oil Board or MPOB. This is table 1, which is the average monthly market price of CPO and RBD olein in Malaysia. This is figure 1, which is the average annual market price of CPO and RBD olein in Malaysia. The actual price development of CPO and RBD olein in 2015 was at an average price of only RM2,300 per tonne sold in the world market. Referring to table 1 and figure 1, in 2016, it increased to almost RM3,000 per tonne, showing an increase of RM700 per tonne covered by government compared to the existing subsidy. The price of CPO in the world market in 2021 is RM4,000 to RM4,500 per tonne compared to 2016 and previously only around RM2,000. When an increase in the price of CPO occurs, an increase in the price of RBD olein palm oil or palm cooking oil also occurs. The price of RBD olein palm oil is higher at around RM500 per tonne compared to the price of CPO. because it has to go through a refining process. When the price of CPU increased to 4,000 ringgit to 4,500 ringgit, the average cost of palm cooking oil at the factory also increased to 5 ringgit and 50 cent to 5 ringgit per kilogram, excluding packaging costs and others. The increase in cost is getting higher as the market price of palm cooking oil increase in line with the world price of CPU. The main objective of this study is to analyze the implication of changes in palm cooking oil prices on the production input cost of major sectors in Malaysia using the Malaysian Input-Output Table in 2015. An analysis will be conducted on changes in input costs in production activities in the sectors, especially in the manufacturing and service sectors, as these sectors involve the consumption and production of palm cooking oil product. Okay, literature review. Talim and Darawi state that among the important roles in national development is the palm oil industry. His study proved that the palm oil industry contribution is the fourth largest contributor to national income. People require palm cooking oil whether in their home or in the industry sectors. Nurhazwani showed that palm cooking oil is the choice of Malaysian compared to others products, with 90% of the study respondents making the selection of palm oil as cooking oil based on brand, price, content, and promotion factor offered. However, the increase in price caused government subsidy spending to increase as well. MPIC or Ministry of Plantation Industries and Commodities. Rising world CPO price greatly affect the price of RBDO lean palm oil or palm cooking oil, resulting in a reduction in subsidies from the government. MPIC also explained that the market price of palm oil is increasing every year and is affected in the increase in government spending to cover price subsidy in cooking oil subsidy or COSS. Decline and Okidin show that the removal of fuel subsidy also lead to an increase in food price and consumer price index. This study used data extracted from the Input-Output Table in 2015 from the Department of Statistics Malaysia. This table used show the aggregate segregation into 23 production sectors, namely 16 manufacturing sectors involving 74 subsectors and 7 service sectors involving 26 subsectors. Using this table, some simple formula were taken from Log NP 2008. It is used to assess the economic impact of changes in the price of palm cooking oil based on a price model. This study also used the input-output price model to analyze the economic impact of the increase in palm cooking oil price in Malaysia. This model estimates how production input costs in various sectors will respond to the implementation of rising palm cooking oil prices. Input-output price model will show the overall effect of the relationship between the cost of production input and the respective price of key input and input cost for the industry. The input-output approach is suitable for this study because it analyzes the short-term effect of economic shock such as rising palm cooking oil price. So this study will analyze how the increase in palm cooking oil prices affect the economic sectors through direct and indirect effect that trigger change to the sector. Therefore, based on the Malaysian Input-Output Table in 2015, it will involve 23 production sectors. So, this study assumed that the sector's price is equal to the average cost of production, the price for sector J can be expressed as the average cost of production. Therefore, if J equal to 1 and until sectors 23 are the production activity, consider the price of each production activity is as follow this equation. Then we make an analysis of the increase in the price of palm cooking oil. In this study, the price increase is on palm cooking oil. This means that the basic model has been redefined and modified. Suppose J equal 23 is the activity of palm cooking oil product. When an increase in the price of palm cooking oil occurs, we will evaluate the effect of the price through the following model expression. So, this is model 2. Model 2, where the rate of increase in the price of palm cooking oil. In this study, the increase in the price of palm cooking oil is represented by the increase in the price of palm cooking oil product that has occurred from 2016 to 2021. This is analysis result. The escalation of palm cooking oil prices increased the expenditure of the production sector in sector 21, which is the manufacture of oil and fat. Through input-output analysis, the price model is applied to all 124 sectors in Malaysia. Thus, figure 2 shows the changes in the production input cost of the major sectors after the analysis is conducted. It shows how production prices interact when there is an increase in the price of palm cooking oil in general in sector 21. In particular, several major sectors were affected by rising palm cooking oil prices, with the average aggregate for manufacturing production input cost being the highest at 7.3% and services at 1.5%. This result indicates that both sectors use more palm cooking oil than other sectors. Looking at the sector specification, it is found that production prices in the sectors have increased between 0.1% and 5.3%. The sectors that had a significant increase in production input cost was the palm cooking oil sectors itself, which increased by 5.3%. Other sectors such as transport service had an increase of 1.2%, grain, sweets and beverage increased by 1.1%, followed by processing and preservation, which increased by 0.3%, and production of chemical and chemical products by 0.2%, while the textile, clothing and leather, plastic and rubber product, industrial machinery and electrical equipment, transport and repair equipment, financial institutions, public and professional service sectors each had a slight increase of 0.1%. 11 sectors had an increase, of which the highest sectors increased by 5.3%. Table 2 shows the finding of an analysis of changes in the input cost of production activities in Malaysia's manufacturing and services sectors. There were 12 other sectors that were less affected by the increase in palm cooking oil prices, including wood and rotten product, paper publishing and printing, petroleum refining, tobacco product, concrete mineral product and non-metallic product, metal product, electricity, gas and water, and residences. Similarly, the wholesale and retail sectors, accommodation and restaurant, communication, and wooden services, where the percentage increase in production input cost only changed at a small rate, not exceeding 0.1%, as the sector was less dependent on palm cooking oil consumption. The increase in gross value added in the palm cooking oil sector result in an increase in production input costs in all sectors by 9.2% in domestic price. And the conclusion, the increase in palm cooking oil prices result increased production input costs in 23 production sectors, and 11 major sectors were higher than other less affected sectors. The increase in palm cooking oil prices exposed the increase in product price in each sectors to increase price changes in the production process, especially in the food industry, where changes in gross value added in the palm cooking oil sectors affect productivity and national output. Overall, the economic increase in production sectors expenditure led to an increase in input costs due to the increase in palm cooking oil prices. Finally, thanks to the organizer for this opportunity. Thank you.